Thanks for your company this afternoon. The construction industry is calling for an overhaul of Australia's skilled migration program, saying it is astounding tradies are not prioritised amid a housing crisis. Joining us on the debrief today, Rosie Walton from Triple M in Melbourne and Nick Kelly, host of the Hot Hits on the Hit Network, who is in Sydney this afternoon. Good afternoon to both of you. Look, currently tradies are on the same tier as animal trainers and dancers. Nick, is an overhaul needed? This doesn't seem right.
It doesn't seem right at all, but my only question is, and I haven't looked too deeply into the data, do we not have enough tradies? I feel like I meet a tradie every 2 minutes. Every second person I meet out and about seems to be a tradie of some sort. But at the end of the day, whatever we need to do to get the housing crisis sorted, if it means bringing in more skilled migrants that are able to do this kind of labour and they're willing to do it, then that's absolutely the way we have to go. We just have to simplify this. It feels like there's constantly roadblocks in terms of fixing the housing crisis. If this is one way that we can speed things up, let's get it done.
Rosie, there are calls right across the board for an overhaul of migration. Do we need more tradies to come in to essentially flood the market to bring down the price of construction?
Apparently so. Apprenticeships are down as well, so that's another thing that we probably should be looking at. As far as encouraging people from overseas to come here, maybe we need like a Where the Bloody Hell Are We campaign to encourage people to come here, hosted by Dr. Chris Brown perhaps, the cash cow, get Mick Malloy to back in, be a tradie again like he was on the Bluey cartoon. Just encourage people to come here. It's a great place to work, learn about smoko, RDOs, all that sort of thing, and maybe that'll be more encouraging.
All right, well, talking of working here in Australia, the Fair Work Commission has denied the claim of a 55-year-old council worker who asked to work from home 4 days a week because he found his office job tiring. He was already working from home 3 days a week. Rosie, do you find it tiring to go into the office? Do you need more time from home, maybe working from your bedroom?
Sure, I'd love that. I can't for my job. I get up at 4 a.m. anyway, so I'm always tired. So, I feel for him, honestly. But look, if you're leading a team and they can't work properly without your guidance, then there is a problem. I think case by case is a good way to look at it. I don't know if there's a blanket rule for working from home. I know that I thrive in an environment where you can be collaborative and have meetings that are fun. I hate being on Zoom and things like that, but that's not for everyone and not every job.
Nick, there's often a lot of questions about how hard council workers are working. It's a bit hard to keep an eye on them when they're not in the office, right?
Oh, I just think this is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. I completely understand it if there's matters of disability, maybe illness in the family that need to be attended to, but this guy just wanted to be able to give his car to his daughter every now and then. He's 55 and he's tired. I start work at 7 p.m, the other side of the day to Rosie, and I'm tired as well. But this is the thing, he's already got 3 days a week approved. He's already able to do 3 days a week of his choosing, and he's gone to court to fight for a fourth. This is one of the most ridiculous cases I think I've ever heard. Thank God they came down on him like this.
Yeah, often the answer is just go to bed a little bit earlier. Finally this afternoon, a customer trying to order 3 lamb skewers through an online ordering system at a restaurant was shocked when an automated message popped up saying, "For your own health concern, an average adult's intake should not exceed 1,000 calories. Your current calorie intake is 2,000 calories. Are you sure you want to proceed?" Nick, it's like being asked whether you want a side of shame with your order.
This is ridiculous. Well, first of all, who knew 3 lamb skewers, 3 humble lamb skewers was 2,000 calories? It's ridiculous. I do think it is the right idea, but the wrong execution. What they're apparently trying to do is stop food waste, which we all know is a huge problem. I went out to a buffet, a sort of bottomless brunch thing a couple of weeks ago, and the amount of leftover food actually made me quite sad. So they're trying to make sure that you don't order too much so you don't leave anything behind, but completely the wrong way of trying to execute it.
Rosie, if you were told how many calories are in this gigantic meal that you're ordering, would you think twice or do you want to not think about it?
I'd probably order 2 just to prove them wrong. The shaming thing is awful. I've spent my money, let me eat what I want to eat in my own, time. But the food waste is a really big problem, so we have to be mindful of that. But, we've got enough people telling us what to do and what not to do. Don't tell me what I can eat at an all you can eat. I want it all. The pancakes, the bacon, everything.
All right, well, it is something to think about, but maybe not the information we really want when we're ordering. Nick, Rosie, good to see you. Thanks for your time this afternoon.
Thanks, Hugh.